comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's DK Russell here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the second and final day of Funko Festival of Fun exclusive reveals. But before that happens, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, let's check it out. So like I said, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing about the second and final day of Funko's Festival of Fun exclusive reveals. And in this video, I will be discussing about the shared retailers list for both Canada and the US. So of course, if you didn't view yesterday's video about day 1, you guys definitely should go check that out. But for today, we are talking about day 2, and there are a total of 9 exclusive pops, which 8 of them were announced with their own separate posts, but one of them was actually announced with the shared retailers list. So kicking off day 2's reveals, we have ourselves Cad Bane with Toto 360 from Star Wars. I love the idea of having a Cad Bane Funko Pop with the Toto 360, mainly because it doesn't take away from the original Cad Bane Pop that was released during San Diego Comic-Con 2018. I think this pop, because it has the Toto 360, I think it's meant to be for the Bad Batch, because that's where exactly I remember seeing Cad Bane with Toto 360. I don't really remember seeing Cad Bane with Toto 360 during the Clone Wars, so I like that idea of making a new Bad Batch pop essentially with Cad Bane, although I am still waiting for unmasked variants of all of the Bad Batch clones, but this is good enough for a Bad Batch lineup, and it's always cool to see some poppin' buddies, and this is a perfect one. Coming up next is the Jasmine with gold dress for the Disney Ultimate Princess lineup. This is okay. I kind of figured that this was going to be one of the Disney princesses for that lineup, where essentially now they are making a bunch of Disney princesses where they are wearing gold dresses. They come with the pins, and then you have that booklet where essentially you have to collect all the pins. So there's definitely more to go. I think this is now number 4 of what they confirmed, and I think there's going to be 12 made. Then we got ourselves Doctor Strange Supreme Unleashed from What If, and this is a crazy looking pop. I'm gonna assume this has to be a 6-inch pop or a pop deluxe of sorts, just because of how huge it is. There's no way that this pop essentially is its own 4-inch variant. There is so much detail involved with this, and I thoroughly enjoyed What If, but for some reason, I don't know why, I actually, for some reason, don't remember Doctor Strange going into this form. I don't exactly know why I'm drawing a blank on, this exact scene. Obviously, it probably has to do with the very last episode to defeat the Infinity Ultron, but I don't know why I can't just imagine what it looked like in What If, even though I've seen the series. But anyways, I'm really loving the detail, and of course, for the people who are collecting the What If lineup, this is a great addition to that lineup, because this thing is nuts as terms to detail. Coming up next is the Diamond Collection Sitting Pikachu, and my god, why? I'm going to assume that this was, once again, one of those original NYCC exclusives, considering when we got that Diamond Collection Eevee announced, it was by itself, and we're used to seeing that Comic-Con trend of 2 Pokemon pops for a Comic-Con. So I guess what had happened was Eevee went to New York Comic-Con, and Pikachu went to Festival of Fun / NYCC Part 2, as a lot of people are calling it. I don't really have any good things to say about this pop, because we have seen so many Pikachus, not overall, but this year itself. But of course, I can only assume that a lot of people are going to get this, because a lot of the Comic-Con Pokemon pops are worth a decent amount of money, especially that Diamond Collection Vaporeon from earlier in the year at the Spring Convention, which I guess was also called Emerald City Comic-Con at that point. Then we got ourselves Dodoria from Dragon Ball Z. This is actually a very detailed pop, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually surprisingly the first and only Dragon Ball Z pop for a Comic-Con this year. And I know you guys are probably thinking, no, we had the Jackie Chun earlier in the year for the Spring Convention. No, that was not Dragon Ball Z, that was Dragon Ball itself, which was refreshing on its own part, but we have a Dragon Ball Z pop here, and it is pretty decent, and at least it's not another variant of Goku or Vegeta. It seems to be a newer character, at least from my mind. I haven't really watched much of Dragon Ball Z. Then we got ourselves the John Lennon in NYC shirt, which you can definitely tell that this pop right here was meant to be a New York Comic-Con exclusive, just for the simple fact it is wearing a New York City t-shirt. I felt like if they were gonna divide some pops and make half of them go to Festival of Fun and half of them go to New York Comic-Con, this one should have been released during New York Comic-Con. And even the basketball Freddies with the theme of the New York Knicks jersey should have been released during New York Comic-Con and not being released now for Festival of Fun. They should have done it more carefully where they realized, oh, it's a New York City t-shirt, especially because you're selling a pop now of a person in a New York City t-shirt, but it's being sold at a convention happening in Seattle, Washington. But it's always good to see some cool representation of pop rocks during Comic-Con, because it barely happens. Up next, we have ourselves Alexis Rose from Schitt's Creek, and this is actually, I think, the first ever Schitt's Creek Comic-Con exclusive, and it's really cool. I really like this version of Alexis with this attire. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more Alexis pops in the future, because Alexis, she's just all about, you know, the different attires that she wears. Alexis was actually my favorite character in Schitt's Creek, so I'm super happy about her getting another pop, especially because if now I'm trying to think of between the original one and this one, I might actually would get this one instead of the original one. And then the very last pop, at least shown with its own glam shot before the pop that was revealed during the shared retailers list, is what probably is the best pop in a lot of people's opinion, I'm assuming, because I haven't looked at the comments yet. That is Stupid Sexy Flanders from The Simpsons, and this pop is freaking hilarious. I love this pop. I love the way it looks and how the eyes are closed and he's got the side pose just showing his butt off, and I think it is super hilarious, and it definitely fits the theme of Festival for Fun because of the fact that he essentially is skiing in the episode of The Simpsons, so it's got a wintry theme to it and would definitely make more sense to be a Festival of Fun exclusive rather than being released as an NYCC exclusive. Now, this is what I meant earlier about Funko splitting the pops and essentially very carefully thinking what could be Festival of Fun and what could be New York Comic-Con. I'm glad that this ended up being a Festival of Fun exclusive rather than a New York Comic-Con exclusive. And then let's say John Lennon should have went to New York Comic-Con along with a couple of other pops, and then maybe some pops from New York Comic-Con were separated to Festival of Fun. This definitely fits the mold of Festival for Fun, and I'm glad we have it here. So now I'm going to talk about the shared retailers list for both Canada and the US. Of course, I'll start off with my friends down south over in the United States of America. Kicking off, we have ourselves, going to Amazon, is Geralt from The Witcher. FYE will be getting the John Lennon and NYC shirt. GameStop will be getting the Doctor Strange Supreme. Toy Tokyo will be getting the Trax Transformers pop. Target will be getting the Alexis Rose, the Cad Bane with Toto 360, and the Diamond Collection Pikachu. Entertainment Earth will be getting the Blue Superman and the Tooth Decay Kyle. The Funko Shop will be getting the Airbending Aang, the Jasmine with the the Jasmine with the pin, but it was Jasmine with gold dress is where I was getting at for the name. The Cheddar Goblin, we have the Dragon Ball Z pop, the Red Attire Play-Doh Pete, the away jersey, Freddy Funko for the basketball version, and then the pop that was not announced on its own but announced here is what looks to be a Blacklight Jimi Hendrix pop, which for some reason I'm thinking, is this the same Blacklight Jimi Hendrix pop originally announced during Funko Palooza, and now they're releasing it as a con exclusive and not a normal Funko Shop exclusive? That might be the case considering they announced 2 Funko Shop exclusives of Jimi Hendrix pops during Funko Palooza. I really enjoyed the look of this Blacklight Jimi Hendrix pop. Hot Topic will be getting Punchline and Stupid Sexy Flanders, and then Show Only, which will also be the Funko Shop essentially, is the Great Galoo, I think it was called. I forgot the name already. And then we got the Blue Attire Play-Doh Pete. We have the home jersey basketball Freddy Funko, and that t-shirt will be con only. And then the Canada list, we have ourselves going to Toys R Us Canada is the Airbending Aang, the Jasmine with the gold dress, Cheddar Goblin, that Blacklight Jimi Hendrix, the Pot from Dragon Ball Z, the Red Attire Play-Doh Pete, the Alexis Rose, the Cad Bane with Toto 360, and the Diamond Collection Sitting Pikachu. GameStop Canada will be getting the Doctor Strange Supreme, the Blue Superman, and the Tooth Decay Kyle. And for those wondering, in Canada, yes, the US list for Hot Topic and Amazon will apply for the Canadian list also, but for some reason Funko always decides for some reason to leave those out. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to assume that also the John Lennon will also be going to Sunrise Records here in Canada, but I think Sunrise Records is not listed on this list anymore because of the fact that Sunrise Records is transitioning into FYE Canada. So I think that essentially is the case. It's essentially why they say Amazon in Canada is US only, because they're mainly US based stores, so they don't add them to the Canadian list, even though they end up going to the Canadian versions of those stores anyways. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video on the Day 2 reveals for the Festival of Fun and essentially the shared retailers list reveal, make sure you smash that like button, comment in the comment section below, and let me know what you're going to pick up for the Festival of Fun exclusives. And like I said earlier, press that subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.